Reverend Dr. Ken Gordon, Spiritual Leader, Centers for Spiritual Living, coming to you with the third week in July for our spiritual themes for the Sunday services. Our theme for the month of July is Revealing Wholeness, and today's topic comes from Reverend Elizabeth O'Day from East Hawaii Center for Spiritual Living. Her title is The Consciousness That Heals. The consciousness that heals is your consciousness. First thing you have to know is that what healing means. It comes from the root word ha, and that means for wholeness. So healing is really wholeness. And when we find that ourselves in a position or a situation where it's possible for us to come into that wholeness, to recognize that we are part of a grand scheme of all things, not just part of the grand scheme of what we think is right, what occurs for us in that experience is there is an awakening and a realization that the world around us is infinite in its potential and possibility. This is the healing consciousness. This is the consciousness that heals all. The awakening to that concept and that idea that our limitation is self-imposed, that it's not something given to us by someone else, although we often think it is because we believe in the past. We also believe in the future. All the power of the universe exists in the present moment, and that'd be right here and right now. Dr. Holmes says that each partakes of the Christ nature to the degree that the Christ is revealed through them, and to that degree they become the Christ. We should turn to that living presence within, which is the Father, Mother, God in heaven, and recognize it as the one and only power in the universe, and unify with it, declare our word to be the presence, power, and activity of this one. The state of consciousness that heals, however, is one of the highest forms of self-actualization. And Ernest Holmes in The Science of Mind on page 358 tells it, there is a point in the supreme moment of realization where the individual merges with the universe, but not to loss of their individuality, where a sense of the oneness of all life so enters their being that there's no sense of otherness. It is here that the mentality performs seeming miracles, because there is nothing to hinder the whole from coming through. So we see that when we talk about the consciousness that heals, we talk about our own consciousness, and we talk about taking the brakes off or the reins off or letting it free so that it can really expand and become what it is that we want, so that we might bring into being in our world a world that works for everyone and a world that works for us. To do this, we must use the spiritual practice of unifying with the wholeness during our prayers. And the more we do it, the better we get at it. Trust me. So when we talk about visualization, meditation, spiritual mind treatment, that is something that we as religious scientists use diligently in order to transform the experience. Not the experience out there, which is the limitation, but the experience in here, which is the truth. When we connect with this truth within ourselves, what we see is there's no limitation, and things transform before our very lives, or eyes even. God bless you. Know you're loved and honored. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.